Guys, we're here in Culver City today and we're about to try a newly opened elevated dim sum restaurant on the west side. If you guys don't know what elevated dim sum looks like, well, you guys are in for a treat today. The pictures of the food online look amazing and the story behind the opening of the restaurant is equally amazing. But before we go inside, take a moment, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to help support the channel. You guys ready for some dim sum? All right, let's go get elevated. I'm here inside Iron Teapot and next to me is Sally. Sally is the owner of the restaurant, and the first thing I want to say about your restaurant, Sally, is it looks so beautiful.
We all know that there's good dim sum here on the east side, but I wanted dim sum to be, you know, we grew up in the US and I wanted dim sum to actually be cool and fun and a place where you can get drinks. People ask, why is there the Chinese piano? I said, because when you watch those Chinese like kung fu movies, like Kondo heroes, they use that piano to kill people. So I was like, we have to have that. Here's all our steamers. We actually have a steaming cart, but we use it to really keep some prepped items warm, mainly because we do a steam to order style, so it comes out piping hot, so we don't do the push cart.
Before we jump into the dim sum course, I do want to try one of their most famous cocktails, and this is actually called the Loquat Mojito. Wow, that is interesting. Now, when I was a little kid, back when I was in Asia, my grandma would always give me this, like, it's called pipagao in Chinese, and essentially when you're not feeling well, you take a little bit of that. It basically helps soothe the throat. But they basically took that ingredient and they made it into a mojito drink format. And this drink just like brings me back to my childhood. Now, as you're waiting for your dim sum to come out, definitely sip on this. I'm gonna start off my very first dish with what in Chinese we call this fengzhuo, and it's basically braised chicken feet. I know many of you guys out there are afraid of this, but this is pretty delicious. This particular chicken feet, a lot of flavor. I like the braised gelatinous texture of this chicken feet. It's super soft, super delicious. This is the xiaolongbao, but apparently in this xiaolongbao you have 2, 4, 6 different types of xiaolongbao. Now I don't know exactly what is inside each and every one of them, but we're about to find out. When I bit into this black xiaolongbao, I taste a little bit of that mala sauce. Now, you can see some of that mala sauce literally squirted out onto my other xiaolongbao, but so far, this is my favorite and is the most unique. It reminds me of having hot pot. This purple xiaolongbao is supposedly taro inside. So, let's take a bite and check out the taro. This is really, really good. This would have been a really nice sweet ending to this xiaolongbao dish. It's very similar to the Squid ink xiaolongbao that I just had. I dip this in my chili oil. Don't forget the chili oil. The chili oil is the best. This, guys, is their truffle shumai, and I want to compare and contrast the 2 different types of shumai. Both look so pretty. All right, let's start off with the original and then we'll move on to this right here. First bite. Big chunks of meat, and again, chili oil. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Here we go. That set the bar pretty high. Now, I love how massive it is. Big pieces of pork. Good flavor. Really like that. Now, what can only top this is obviously the shumai with truffle oil. They use black grill on top instead of red. That's how you can tell the difference. First bite. The flavor of the truffle oil comes on strong very, very fast. You definitely know you're having truffle just simply getting close to this shumai. You know you're about to have something good. Guys, one of my favorite things to order at any dim sum restaurant is a lotus leaf sticky rice. They offer two different types of sticky rice. There's a vegan version, and in front of me is the vegan pork belly version. They got basically a vegan version of meat right here and a lot of mushroom. Wow, you can see that right there. And I'm just gonna dig in. That vegan meat is actually not too bad. I wouldn't say it's exactly pork if you blindfolded me, but it tastes a lot like pork. And it'll be hard for me to kind of pinpoint exactly what this meat is, but it certainly packs the pork flavors. I'd say this is pretty good. This, I think, is their ham-fried mochi dumpling. Look at this, it's huge. And it's crispy on the outside, it's deep fried, but let's see what it looks like inside. Inside, I taste ham, I taste mushroom. Wow, this one is so good. The outside is like a fried mochi shell, and inside is a lot of umami flavor. Mushroom and ham. Wow. And this, guys, I have a feeling this is gonna be one of my favorite dishes of today. Oh, God, I love this dish. This is their vegan turnip cake, and I like how they sliced it into like these little triangles, which make it very easy to eat. Now, how I typically eat turnip cake is I actually dip this in the Chinese mustard, like that, right? Wow, look at the texture of that. Isn't it pretty? When was the last time you guys saw jalapeno in your turnip cake? Never. But we're at an elevated dim sum restaurant. Everything is gonna get amped up. I want to show you one of the must-gets when you come to this restaurant. And look at this, Squid Ink black lava cake. Now, when I go to dim sum restaurants, I always love these type of bao because inside is basically salted egg yolk. And here at Iron Teapot, they basically elevated that dish. Hopefully, when I open this thing up, it oozes out. Let's open up this thing. Oh my gosh. Look at the oozing salted egg yolk. Boy, that looks amazing. Now, earlier on, I mentioned to you I really enjoyed that that taro version of the shumai, but just by looking at this, look at that color, okay? Just by looking at the color, I can tell you this yolk, this salted egg yolk, is gonna be some high quality egg yolk. This one stole the show. Wow! I bun this moisture, okay? This moisture so it's not dry. It's just the right amount of thickness, right? One of the biggest fears I have with having this dish is that it's too runny, meaning it's too watery. But no, this has just the right amount of thickness so that it just oozes out when you bite into this bun. The way I would suggest you guys to eat this without making a mess is definitely do not bite straight into the bun. If this is packaged well, the salted egg yolk would literally explode and you're going to make a big mess over the place. What I would suggest is take the bun, put it away from you, and slowly break it up. This is their specialty. This stole the show today, and this is what you must get when you're here. Absolutely magnificent.
I remember when I first came to look at this restaurant, and I told the landlord I wanted to open a dim sum, and he was like, "Oh, dim sum, really? Here?" And I was like, "Well, I guess you do well. You have no competition. And, you know, it doesn't have to even taste good." And I was like, "No, I want to put really, really good dim sum, like the best dim sum I know of."
Of course, everybody's looking for that.
And he's like, "But you think that people will appreciate it?" I was like, "Yes, they do. Yes, they will."
Yeah.
And even if I do want to introduce it to people that are non-Chinese or people trying dim sum for the first time,
Yeah.
I want them to try the best. And I remember I told myself, I was like, you know, my grandmother, if she had the resources and had the time that I have today, she would do so much more. And the name of this restaurant, the Chinese name, is called Wing Feng.
Wing Feng? Okay.
Feng is the name of my grandmother's business.
Wow.
In China, I'm sorry, in South Vietnam before the fall of South Vietnam.
Wow,
'Cause
okay.
There was a very strong Chinese community there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I opened this, and one of the reasons is I thought I wanted to do something for my family and for our people. You know, dim sum is a normal part of my Asian American experience here, right?
Same here. I mean, I have dim sum as much as I can with family. It's always like a Sunday gathering type of thing, right? Where everybody comes together, enjoy a great meal, and just kind of enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
So,
right?
I hear you on that.
And then, like, when we tell friends that are not Chinese or and then we tell them about dim sum, what's that? You know, you know, and they laugh about fish balls. Who would have thought sushi 40 years ago would, if you go to like a hip restaurant, you know, just a mainstream restaurant in Ohio, Tennessee, you'll see tuna tartare.
No, absolutely,
Something
absolutely.
as bizarre and exotic as raw fish has made it into mainstream.
Why can't dim sum do the same? And so the whole idea of opening this restaurant all came from these. I guess I would say it's like a culmination of different factors, of experiences of your upbringing and your desire to make dim sum mainstream. So I really want to thank you for doing that. I really think you're really contributing to this new wave of just Asian food coming out of the 626, because not all great dim sum restaurant or great Asian restaurant needs to be in the SGV area. There can be great restaurant that can succeed here on the west side of LA, and I'm glad that Iron Teapot is kind of on the forefront of that.
Can succeed. I'm still in my soft opening, and it's been very, very hard.
It's okay. We're gonna cheer her on and make sure that she has a successful hard opening when everything is up and running. A lot of the food here that I tried today were phenomenal. A lot of them were experimental that just happened to be great. And the one thing that I really, really love is that black lava squid ink charcoal-like salted egg bao. That was some amazing, amazing bao. Perhaps the best I've ever had. If not, it's definitely one of the best. So, if you ever have a chance to come to Iron Teapot here in Culver City, definitely order that. Look out for Sally, because she's going to definitely take care of you. But Sally, I want to thank you so much for inviting me to try your fantastic restaurant. I really, truly enjoyed it. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it too when you come over here to Iron Teapot. Now, if you guys enjoyed watching this video and want to be part of the Like Squad, definitely hit that like button and give me a subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon so you always get notified when I post epic food videos like this. That's going to wrap it up for today on Elevated Dim Sum. We'll catch you on the next video.